Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum did actually hold its micro support level, which is quite interesting. Just be aware that these coins tend to fail after 3 waves, but obviously as long as support is holding, the focus could be on higher in wave 5 of C. That's what we've been watching for yesterday. Essentially, Ether actually followed through nicely. We've obviously had this A wave up. The idea was, okay, let's observe the B wave pullback area for a reaction. The reaction happened. I then mentioned to you in my video yesterday, this could have been a 1-2 setup, and shortly afterwards, the third wave rally started. Then throughout the day, I offered this micro support area, right? And it needs to be adjusted slightly, but really hasn't changed much. It's defined between 3,417 and 3,446. This is the micro support area. There seems to be a high B wave in there here. And the idea is that as long as we're holding that micro support, we can view the price action as impulsive. Important is though that we don't get a break into the wave 1 price region. Any break below it would open the door for a diagonal, and then we could still allow for the 61.8 retracement, but that would not look great and would be a very, very deep wave 4. Okay, so this is impulsive support and this is diagonal support. I just shifted to the top. So overall, the support area hasn't really changed, but we normally don't want it to break below impulsive support. So in this case, the low should be in. Yeah, if it's an impulse, I'm talking about the C wave here. The problem is that if it breaks below it, and it's a diagonal, it will just be less reliable, yeah, and that will make upside follow through less likely. So the way to trade this might have been to, or might still be to, I mean, be aware it's just like one more high expected at the moment, right? But you could set a stop below the last low. There was a nice reversal candle, but we haven't broken out yet. We haven't even made a new high, so don't get too excited. But essentially, Ether or reach that 38.2 retracement, the key level where I mentioned yesterday that we'll likely see some kind of a reaction there, 3,470, and also just basically didn't touch the trend line but got very close. So we've seen resistance where we needed to, and so far it's holding support where it needs to. But that leaves us with, yeah, we are holding above support and we're holding below resistance. So we just needed to let's say break out of this overall channel. You can see that here, it looks a bit like a wedge pattern, yeah, that Ether is moving in, and we just needed to break out to the upside. And then the next upside target we are watching is the 100% extension at 3,533. That is wave 5 of C, yeah. That's the target. And why is that relevant? Because if I look at the microstructure and call this an A wave, this moved down a B wave, then this C wave should normally reach the 100% extension. I mean, at the moment, one second, at the moment, I'm labeling this as waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if we break below the intraday low, which formed here at basically 3,420, then I could still watch for a lower wave 4, but yeah, but it will become below 3,404. This becomes very, very nebulous, very, very nebulous. But it looks stronger than Bitcoin. It definitely looks stronger than what Bitcoin is doing at the moment, and that might be related to the ETH BTC chart as well. So that's the update about Ether. Let's take a look at ETH BTC maybe briefly, because this is where Ether has now started to perform quite well, actually. ETH BTC, you know that we've been watching for higher on the ETH BTC chart due to the first initial 5 wave move to the upside here. So we definitely give the bulls a chance, and the market reacted to support. We're now in a resistance area. So I'm just very much aware of this, that B wave has now reached key resistance. So a decline from here is probable. It hasn't started yet, but I'd say any break below that last swing low here at 0.05457 would indicate that we are starting the C wave decline. That wouldn't be bearish, but we would then have to watch the 0.04723 level, because any break below it will make upside follow through very, very unlikely. So of course it's possible to break out directly. I don't really have the evidence for it yet. Need a break above resistance that's convincing first. Or here, when we're dealing with this, it could be a larger ABC structure. Overall, as long as we're holding support, this 5-wave move up remains relevant, and further upside extensions are, well, I'm watching for it. I don't necessarily expect it, but I'm watching for it. It's just literally the first 5-wave move up after a long downtrend. So it's still, let's say, time to be the right time to be on the side of caution here. So we had one more attempt here, but it started to fail. But things are starting to look more and more, positive for ETH BTC. That's the update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.